Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe. Hi everybody. Now, if you're into going out hiking or trekking with your photography, or maybe even walking around a city that you don't know very well, there's always the possibility that you could get lost, and especially if you're out in the wilderness, this could prove to be really, really dangerous. And one of the problems with if you rely on the GPS on your phone, although they track excellently, and when you're in cities, obviously you can find your way around easily, you've got a very limited battery life, and also you've got the possibility that they're not very shockproof, so if you drop it could break. Most phones aren't waterproof. I know some of the newer ones are a little bit waterproof, but you're going to come across that hard out of the phone just running out of juice. So I want to introduce you to a little gadget I've had for quite a while now, actually, but I haven't really talked about it. And it's this baby here. This is my Garmin Etrex Vista GPS navigation device. Okay, so here is my Garmin Etrex Vista. Now, I picked this little device up from a car boot sale a couple of years ago, I think. And it's an old discontinued kind of hiking GPS. It's very, very simple. It has the most simplest of outline maps of the UK on it. But what it does do, it does really well. And what I mean by that is it's incredibly tough, this thing. You've seen it's waterproof, it's shockproof. You can throw it down some stairs, and it takes all in its stride. It runs off, and this is incredibly important as well, AA batteries. So whenever I'm going out somewhere, out into, I'm not a wilderness photographer, but if I was going somewhere where there's a chance that I could get lost, I'll always bring the Etrex Vista along with me. Because although, it's probably 10, 15 years old, this thing, I picked it up really cheap. I think it was about £20. And it takes forever to get a GPS lock when you haven't used it for a while. But when it does get a lock, well, it always does get a lock eventually, you can just set the waypoint of where you are on the screen. You can tell it to track where you're going, so it creates a virtual breadcrumb track of where you've been, and then you can get it to track back, and it will show you exactly where you've gone, and you can just follow it. And in fact, what I'll do is at the end of this video, I did do a short video in the summer of me just using the basic functions of the Etrex Vista. It has 24 megabytes of memory, so you can download extra maps for them, but there isn't much detail really. But I would say if you're an outdoor photographer or someone who occasionally goes into the wilderness, the woods or anything like that, you should have one of these with you. And I would always say, ask your relatives, ask your friends, see if anybody's got an old Garmin Etrex hanging around somewhere that they might let you have for free or for not much money at all. If you want to spend a little bit of money, for about £100 on Amazon, you can get the new Garmin Etrexes with loads of map details and extra functions. So obviously you could go for one of those. But for me, just the fact that I've got my Garmin Etrex with me in the bottom of my camera bag if I'm going somewhere like that, it's just really good because you can just set in, right, in fact you tend to use them with your left hand, this is where I am, start the track, I can wander off, and if I get lost I can just follow the really simple display, and I can get myself home. So if you're that sort of photographer, you've really got to get something like this, because one day, you never know, it might either save your life or your life and your family's. So let's have a quick look at this video, and you can kind of get a taste of what the Etrex is, what it's like in action, with a little simulated me getting lost, kind of, but you'll see what I mean. My name's Rob from robnophoto.com. If you like the videos, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon.
Okay, so I've fired up the Garmin Etrex Vista. It got satellite lock after about a minute and a bit inside the car. I've marked my location. The thing about the Etrex Vista is I haven't downloaded any detailed maps to it. So you can see the south coast there, which is the black bit is the sea. Southampton I've marked already. You've got Car, which is where I am now, and then over on the right hand side of the screen you can see home. The scale is 3 miles, so what I'm going to do, I'll just go and walk around a bit, and just to see how the Etrex Vista gets on. I mean, the beauty of using this sort of GPS is the fact that it is waterproof. The batteries last absolutely ages, and so if you are out and about and your mobile phone goes flat, so you can't find your way back, this is a fantastic backup. Probably not when you're walking around cities and stuff like that, where you can probably find your way back fairly easily, or you can ask for directions. But imagine if you're in the woods or out in the wild somewhere, this old technology can still be a very vital backup to getting you back to where you need to be. Okay, so I've wandered up the Hamble a little bit and it's time to go home. So let's imagine that I had managed to get myself lost. Let's see if this thing can focus on. Okay, so there we go. So now we can see the Garmin, can't we? And in fact the Garmins are designed to be used with your left hand anyway. So it's ready to navigate. So now I'm just going to press the button and I'm going to go to it is the main menu, and then I'm going to go to find, and then I'm going to find a waypoint by name, or nearest actually will do. There it is, car. So we'll just go down to car, select car, and then down the bottom you probably see it says go to, bottom left hand corner, so just select that. And there's my compass, my electronics compass has come up, and it's telling me the car is 0.44 of a mile away, and now I've just got to follow the arrow. Now remember, that's an as the crow flies, so in a straight line. So if there's any rivers or anything like that the way, I need to find my way back. But again, this will get you going in the right direction to get you back to where you need to be. Nice and easy, waterproof, foolproof, and if you drop it, it ain't gonna break like your phone might.